Hello guys and welcome to episode number 3 of MSFS Trainings Tutorials. That's a long title. Anyway, last episode we had a look at going up and down and decreasing and increasing the throttle on this little Xbox controller that I have got to work in the sim. Today we're going to take off and then do some level flight. So this is about an 8-minute tutorial. This one was about a 7-minute tutorial. This one, how long is it? 7-minute tutorial as well. So we're going to be taking off and then basically climbing up to a little cruise altitude. You can see there, 5,100 feet. Remember, medium settings I'm on here. I'm sure if you guys have been watching the series, you know by now that I'm on medium settings. You can see, here we go, we're going to roll down the runway, we're going to rotate it about 55 knots, and then we're going to be properly airborne at 75 knots. This happens on the landing challenges as well. I think it's really useful. It's like a little brief about what you're going to be doing. Now this is Sedona Airport we've been flying in and out of. I have kind of forgotten to mention that with the training. I don't believe it is a handcrafted airport. I think it is just a regular one. Remember, I have got the Premium Deluxe, so I have all the full beans. I have everything. I have the 787, I have Heathrow, and now I'm going to stop. So we're going to go ahead and start now, and yeah, I'm guessing we're going to get a little lecture from our flight instructor, and then we'll be able to leave.
A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere.
Oh, the aircraft's under my control.
But there are a few key points.
Now, by the way, this is my first ever takeoff on an Xbox controller. I've done a landing. I've never done a takeoff.
An issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear.
So we're going. By the way, I have all the tips and things turned off. I think they're just appearing because it's a tutorial. So oh, it's cool that you can focus on runway pressing X. You can see nothing's there.
Taxi into position.
So go ahead and taxi into position now.
Should make steering the plane pretty easy.
Alright, there you go. You can see I have got rudder pedals, so I do actually have auto rudder turned on. But now I actually have. Oh, and never mind. I can't actually do anything with it. There we go. I can't. Doing this won't actually matter right now because I'm in a training scenario. But yeah, with a keyboard, remember, you have to have an auto rudder, but. I'm just going to stop using the brake. And there we go. We're just going to sit here.
Apply full power and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
Right, full power. I'm going to have to use... Oh, release. Brakes are already released. What's going on? I'm positive the brakes were already released. Now the plane is obviously going to push to the left because it is a propeller plane. So we'll give it a little bit of rudder. So obviously I have to turn the... Whoa! That rudder's a little bit too sensitive, actually. Maybe for my liking.
Now gently pull back on the yoke.
Okay, there's 55 knots, right. There we go. And in the air we go.
Inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude.
Oh, see, this thing doesn't have...
And we're airborne.
There we go. And this thing doesn't have... This thing doesn't have a gear to put up, obviously.
Heading of 210 degrees.
But there we go. Up we go.
Maintain 75 knots. Reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time.
So they're getting a little climb. It's a very small climb, really, given how high up we are anyway. Press B, make sure the pressure's correct. I don't know, that's saying we're only at 1,000 feet. So we've got to do a bit of a climb here, a bit of a lengthy climb. I wish I knew the trim. Was it Y and... Because then I can trim it. There we go. That means I can now trim it to climb for me. Oh no. Oh no! I haven't learnt the trim controls yet. There we go. Finally, I think I've understood the trim controls a bit. There we go. So yeah, I think it's trim. We press the down button to go up.
5,500 feet. A nice
I'm not great. There we go. And out we go.
Straight and level flight. First step here is adjusting our attitude.
So you can see, yeah, no, I've just adjusted the trim a little bit. Again, I'm still getting used to half of this, but we've done pretty well there. We've accelerated. It was putting to the left quite a bit, which is quite common in propeller aircraft, and it is a little bit sensitive. Remember, I am still getting used to this Xbox controller. and everything. But yeah, it's
Easing
pretty
the
good.
throttle back to 1800 RPMs.
I gotta ease the throttle back a little bit.
You probably
There we
know
go.
to maintain altitude, you need to pitch the nose up. You could just keep pulling on the yoke to hold steady, but that's not really a precise means of control. Probably better to adjust your trim wheel until you don't need to push or pull on the yoke. Drag the trim down when you need to set the nose up. Drag it up to set the nose down.
Okay.
Try adding trim to keep us at 5,500 feet without increasing throttle.
So you can see there
Feel
I'm...
our pitch slipping and need to get back to the proper attitude. Don't worry. Just pull on the yoke, then dial in the right trim.
I get a bit more power. You can see there we go. We're now good. I haven't been able to trim the aircraft properly, so that's a bonus.
Small adjustments to find the perfect setting to keep your desired attitude. That's the key to straight and level flight.
And there it is. It looks very nice
It saves
outside.
you from constantly pushing or pulling on the yoke. And that gives
Trims
you
it pretty
more
well.
time to enjoy the ride. If you want more practice using the trim, go for it. Whenever you're ready to pass the controls, I'll be here.
Try and get this trim correct, actually. One thing I didn't do when I was flight simming before is trim. So it's up for down and then down for up. Yeah. Try and get the hang of this. And once I do, I'll finish the tutorial. But anyway, I hope you guys are really enjoying these videos. By the way, maybe I'm not talking too much. I mean, obviously this is a bit of a lesson for you guys as well, if you want. I don't know, I'm sure I get the hang of the trim. Anyway, let's end that tutorial.
Okay, I have control. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.
I said it's not the most accurate being an Xbox controller, but it's pretty good. Apparently trimming in real life is a lot easier, so I'm just saying that from I'm saying that from other YouTubers who've said the same thing about actually fly a plane. Obviously, I've never flown a real life plane. The closest I've ever gotten to flying a real life plane is sitting in the cockpit of 787. I've never done anything further than that, but that's pretty amazing. And there we go, that is number 3 complete. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. I hope you guys really like this series, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!